Hello.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Yeah, hi. Did you finish the task or not?
Yes, sir. I finished the task.
Okay, send in the chat.
Sure, sir. Give me a second. Then first I created the student class. Then later on I'm sharing the three methods for the comparator class, and the final one, the student application. Hello, sir. Hi, sir. I already posted the application in the
Okay,
chat.
I will check it out.
Yes, sir. Please.
Okay. So what about others? Have you completed the task? I mean, the coding assignment I have given to do using collection. Simon.
Yes, sir, I have complete. You want me to upload it?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
What about others? Rene, Franklin, Chennai, Aptit, Suraj.
Sir, I'm still having difficult how to print out the grades for the student.
Look into the code someone has texted. We'll get an idea how you will do sorting in grade. Okay, now let me share my screen. Yesterday and day before yesterday, we talked about ArrayList, what is the use of collection frameworks, and we discussed about the use of ArrayList classes that is used to store the collection of object or collection of elements, and then we can do sorting the elements, add the elements, replace the elements, searching the elements, right? So all the stuff that you can do, and we have understood the different way of approach to traverse the element from collection by using iterator, by using list iterator, by using for each loops. Yes. And then we understood also the importance of comparable and comparate interface, which is used to do the sorting of object depends on like whether you want to go ahead to do a single sorting or the multiple sorting sequence. Now next I'm going to talk about the another class which implement the list interface called linked list. Linked list is almost same like ArrayList. Linked list is almost the same like ArrayList only. ArrayList allow to store duplicate. Linked list also allow to store duplicate. ArrayList follow insertion order. Linked list also follow the same insertion order. Then what is the difference? What is the difference then ArrayList and linked list? If everything is same, then what is the use of the linked list? Yeah, the difference between ArrayList and linked list is ArrayList internally use array to manage the list of object, but linked list internally use double linked list. Linked list internally use double linked list to store the elements. Means whatever the object collection of elements that you store in the linked list, all those data will be stored in the form of a node structure. Means each value is connected with the previous reference and the next reference. Let me give an example best. If I'm going to store A, B, C, D, E. So B know the previous element is A and the next element is C. Okay. C also know my previous element is B and the next element is D. So all the elements, they are completely interconnected and they all store in the node structure. Okay, next. ArrayList is basically used to faster addition and faster retrieval, but linked list is better to use for frequent manipulations. If you want to do manipulation frequently, then the linked list is the better options. Don't go for ArrayList. ArrayList manipulation is bit slow. ArrayList manipulation is bit slow. ArrayList is used to add the elements in faster way and retrieve in faster way, but linked list is used for the frequent manipulation purpose. Okay, now let's go to create a linked list class, and then we'll see the set collections. So I have already created packages in the list. Class. Linked list example. Whatever the method you have used before the same method you can use. Apart from that, you can add some new additional method for addition and a retrieval. So let me show you here. Let me just first create a object for linked list class. And let me use generics. So I just want to create a integer type of collection. Okay. Now let me just import these packages. Util packages. Okay. Now my object is ready to use. So I can say I can use the same method obj.add. What are the method we have discussed before in the array list? All the methods are applicable because linked list is also implement same list interface only. So I'm going to say obj.add. So I can just add some list of employee ID, say 1001. Then I have a 1002 and I have a 1003. Now here I just want to add one into the first position. So I will say obj.add first. In array list we used to give the index position, but here I can say add first. I want to add this in the first index. 0, 0, 0. Then I want to add in the last position. I don't need to give any index, so I can use add first, add last. Okay, now let me just print this object. And then I'm going to say, let me run this code. Yes, you can see it added in the 0 index when I say add faster, and it's coming the add last. Now I can say the daughter. First, so automatically it will remove the first position whatever is there, and then same I can say daughter. Last position. So it's easy to manipulate your values. It's not like that in array list. Each and every time you have to give the index. Okay, this value I want to remove. This value I wanted to add. In this particular index I want to add, right? But linked list is not like that. So here in entry point or the end point, we can easily frequently manipulations the values. So you can see here my 1001 and 1004. This two employee ID has removed, only this 3 is left here. So that's all about here the linked list. Linked list, array list is only feature like as I said. Array list internally use array, linked list internally use double linked list. So it manages all the elements in the form of a node structure, but array list internally use the array. like that normal array, how we can just to refer each value in the index position system. Okay, that's the only part is difference. The rest of the things is same like array list only. There is no much difference here. Now let's talk about more into the set. Okay, set is another types of collections. So now the question is coming here, when we are supposed to use list and when you're supposed to use set. List allow basically to store duplicate values, but set doesn't allow to store the duplicate values. That is the first difference here. List allowed to store duplicate, but set doesn't allow to store duplicate values. Next, list basically follow the insertion order, but set doesn't follow any order. Set doesn't follow any order. Okay, and there are three different classes. They do implement list set interface. There are three different classes. There are three classes which implement the set interface. What are the classes implement set interface? Hash set class, linked hash set class, and tree set class. Hash set, linked hash set, and the tree set class. Now, how all these three different types of object they work. Hash set basically use hashing table to store the values. Hashing table is something, it is going to store the hashing the data, not in the original format. Whatever the data I will store in the list, that will be stored in the same form of original content. But set, it is going to store the data in the form of a hashing code, I mean in the form of hashing table, right? So hashing table is going to store only each unique hash value of each element. Let me give you a small example. Let's say I have created one hash table. Okay, hash set. So I've just created a hash set object, and in that hash set object I'm going to store the value a, b, c, d, again a. So as I said, it is not going to allow to store its original form of the value. It is going to convert it into the hashing value, and that hashing value is going to store. So hashing value you can simply consider, just for your easy to understand, I'm telling something kind of a ASCII code, if you know about ASCII code, right? So every alphabet will have some kind of ASCII code. Am I right? So let's assume that the ASCII code of A is 65. Okay, the hashing value of A is 65. Just imagine. So when I'm trying to store the same value A, then it says that, hey, A hashing value is already there, so I cannot override the same hashing value. I can store only the unique hashing value, not the same hashing value. And that is the main reason why set is not going to allow to store the duplicates. But list, it is not going to convert anything type of hashing value. It will store the same form of its original form, its original content or original data, right? Let's try to understand how this hash set, linked hash set, and tree set are different. Hash set doesn't follow any order. It doesn't allow any duplicate. That means the common features of the set means no duplicate. So hash set class implements set interface. There will be no order and no duplicate values. Linked hash set follow insertion order and no duplicate values. Tree set also same. Tree set doesn't allow to store any duplicate, but it follow by default sorting order. Okay, by default it follow to return the value in the sorting order. So that is the difference. Hash set, linked hash set, tree set classes. Let's go ahead and create three different objects, and let's see how it works. I'm going to create a new class for the set. Okay. Let me move this class into packages. Let me create a package. Okay. Yeah. Now the program is in the my set packages. Okay. Next. So I'm going to create a, let me make it full screen. I'm going to create a set class here. I will say set class. Set object. So, okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this object in the form of generic type of. So I will create this asset in the form of say integer type of. And let me import the packages, same util packages. Okay, next what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply the same add method to add the list of employee ID. Okay, so I'm going to add set of employee, not list of employee ID, set of employee ID. I will say obj dot add and say one. Let me simply copy the same. I will say okay. So I have a 5 different employee ID. All right. Now let me print this object. I will say of ID. No duplicate. No duplicate. So let me just add the same employee one more time. Let's see what's happening. Okay. Now I'm going to create a now let me create another collection engine, and that is called linked asset. And this one I will make it as a string type. Let me import the linked asset class. So I just want to show you everything in one program. Yeah. Now here in place of ID, I have to use the string type of, right, because it is a string object. So I will say some list of employee ID, Jerry, say something called Mohammed, and third one is, let's say, Jacob, say, say again I'm going to add the same called So what is my object here? It's object 1. Now I'm going to say here list of employee ID, employee name, list of employee name displayed in order, in displayed insertion order, and a no duplicate. Yes, DJ1. Okay, now I'm going to create a preset object here. So let me just list of set of employee name. Now I'm going to create a preset object here to see how it is going to work. And this one I want to make it as a character. Right. Let me import this package. Okay, now let me store some employee grade to employee grade, say A grade, and again I'm going to say B grade. C grade. B grade. Again I'm going to say A grade. Let's see whether it is allowed or not. So there are two duplicate have been started. Let me do the changes as well. Yeah. Now I'm going to say list of employee grade displayed sorting order and no duplicate. That's a very common specification of it. So not going to allow any. Now let's try it. So this is an employee grade. See here. You can see. Okay, let me just make it as C. This is B. Like that. Let's see whether it is going to do sorting or not before it is going to print the preset object. Yes, it's going to do sorting. It is going to follow the insertion order only, the way how I've inserted, right? And no duplicate values. You can see only one time I can see Jacob. And here maybe you may feel that it's following the same order, but it's not doing that. If you can have some number of values, then you can see it is not going to follow any order here. It's not going to follow any order here. If you just add number of values when you do the practice, then you can feel it's not going to follow any order here. So the common job is here that no duplicate values. That practically you have seen set doesn't allow any duplicate values. Now the same thing that how we can use the set collection when you are going to store the collection of object data, right? So then you can go for to create any type of classes, and we can use any type of collection as per your requirement, the way how you want to make and display and manage your data and algorithms. So I'm going to create a new class here. Where is my set? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to say class. Okay, so I have a integer ID, ID. Price. Okay, now I'm going to introduce a constructor to initialize the value to the every book class object. Let me make it full screen. Source. Yeah. So how many elements that you want to initialize to every books object? All those three. Okay, book ID, book name, and prices. Okay. Now I'm going to introduce my toString method also. So again, right click, source, toString method of object class. Okay. Now I just have designed the classes. Now let's go ahead to see the main classes where I can create a type of collection that I want to manage the list of books here. So I'll go to same packages set and new in class. I will say book list application. And I'm going to create a first types of collection that I'm looking for. So I will say I just want to see all the object of books should be written in the form of a insertion order, or maybe something you can say for sorting order, anything that you want. Okay, but my requirement is what the way how I'm going to add the same order I should see here. Okay, or if your requirement something no matter whatever the order is, right, but I want to make sure that there should not be any duplicates, right? So probably I can just go ahead to see what is for my requirement. So I can say set okay. Now it's a books class, not a book. Okay, as is missing. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add this book. I will say vj dot add, and before that let me create the constructor here. First, so you want I will say book ID 1 and book name is Java and book price is $300. Let me have a multiple book subject. 4 object I'm creating. Okay, so this is B2 and this is B3 and this is a B4. Let me initialize different values to the same class reference. So 2, I will say this is something called books. And price is basically, let's say $400. And then we'll say the next one is ID3 and I say it's a AWS. Okay. And the prices is, let's say $350. And fourth one, I just make it as it is a duplicate. Let's see whether it's allowed or not. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all these objects. So I'm just going to add obj.add out of B1, which I have added in my set. And then let me just add the other object as well. This is a B2 object, B3 object. This is a B4 object. Perfect. Now, I can use any one of the for each loops. Say B1 equal to okay. Solution operator. B1 is there, so not the duplicate reference B, and then I'm going to say B. Okay, so B has to represent each book subject from my linked asset object, linked asset collection. Now let's run this code and see how it is going to work. Yes, I can see here that 1, 2, 3, 1, because here, as you can see, it is not going to consider as a if I will say something, let's say if I will say again B1, that means what? I'm trying to add the same object again in my hash set, right? Now let's see here what's happening. Will I see the Java 2 times or not? Not exactly, because B1 is something a duplicate object, right? So duplicate object is not going to allowed into my linked asset object. But one thing is, you can see here the order which I follow, B1, B2, B3, it is going to follow the same thing, right? If I will say in between that, I'm going to say B3 and this is B2. Okay, and now let's run this code. You can see the same order. So first I can say B1 books Java, and B3 that is AWS, and B2 that is a DevOps. Right? So which order that I have maintained, the same order I can see, but no duplicate values, right? So you can use any one of the set object as per your requirement. Let's say if I'll go with a tree set object in place of linked asset. Let's see what's here. It says that exception thread main java.lang class cast exception set books cannot be cast into java.lang data comparable. Yes, because the tree set has to do the comparison to return in the form of a sorting order. So it says that I cannot able to do the compare. I cannot able to do the comparisons of these books. right? So in that case, what you have to do is you need to write the same methodology what we have discussed before, like comparable or comparator, means which type of properties that you want to do, that you wanted to sorting. So what we can do here, you can go to the books classes and you can say the methods that you are going to comparable. So remains. It is same like what we have done with the before by using array list. Books class, and let me override the methods. Okay, so you need to decide which one you wanted to sorting here. Which one you want to sorting? I want to sorting the books ID. Okay, so what I have to do? I have to write only one properties, and you need to initialize only one values. You cannot initialize all these values. You can initialize only one values. That else we have to do here. So as per your requirement, you need to use either hashset class or linked hashset classes or tree set classes. Okay, and the inside the compare method, if you want to use the tree set classes, you need to implement the comparable, and you need to write the logic the way which properties of that books object you want to do sorting here. Okay, that's you need to do. And let's move to the next part of a map. So before we are proceed to the map, I want to give you a again task that you need to work on it over the weekend. Okay, because map is something a bit complicated to understand. We are talking about key value pairs, right? So I just want to give you a task to work on it. Let me write the task, and you need to come out with these solutions, and make sure that I want to see this from each and everyone, not like one or two persons. Remember. So Java assignment. Design a Java application. For product um, display the record, display the data. So what I'm going to do is, the moment I will run the code, I will see the output here. What I can see the output here is a product application. And here we'll have some option. So A option is a display product name. Display prices. C option, this is the last one. Display product name. Display product brand. This one, I'm just giving you what are the order they do follow: name, Product name should be insertion order, and product prices should be sorting order, and product brand is no order. Product brand is not, they are not going to follow any order. Okay, so it is going to asking. Just for your understanding, I have written here, you no need to display the same thing. You need to display only this part. So what is the nature of the application to follow certain order or certain sequence to display the data as per the requirement. So this is what the requirement I have given here. This is the requirement I have given, the form of data that has to be displayed. Just for your understanding, I have written here. You no need to print the same thing as it is. You can just print only up to this ABC option. That's all. So it is going to ask enter your price. Say B, then I can see at least 10 products. At least 10 products sorting order. 10 products should be displayed in the sorting order, alphabetical sorting order. Sorry, it's a price, right? So numerical sorting order. Okay, and if I will say the product name, same like 10 product name should be follow in the insertion order. The way how we inserted the same order I should get here, and the brand no need to follow any order here. Okay, so the choices are yours, A, B, or C, whatever it may be. If I'm going to enter out of A, B, C, something someone has entered, let's say D, then what I should get here? Invalid choice. Invalid choice. Please enter valid input. You have entered a invalid choice. Please enter a valid input. That you should get an error. Makes sense for everyone? I'm going to text you. Yes, just copy this. And moreover, I'm going to sending you materials so that you can just go through it quickly to understanding more about the nature of job of set, map, whatever it may be. Just give me a moment. I sent you one reference document. Anyhow, you have already material. Along with, I have sent you this document as well, so that we can understand the hierarchy structure of each class of the data structure, or the subclasses that they do inherited from its superclasses, or the specific type of collection that we use. And the next one, I'm going to use another link from where you can see some more examples that will really help you over the weekend to do more practice for the collection frameworks. So that I'm going to sending you right away, where you can see more than 100 examples. So you will see different problems and along with its solution that we can do by using collection frameworks. Now go through this link and see the the problems, different types of way to use the certain to solve the certain type of collections in the problem statement. And even the document file also I sent you. Along with you can complete the assignment before we join the Monday sessions. Any questions?
I had a question on where I could see the recordings from previous classes. Where can I look at the recordings?
Talk to your recruiter. He will be guide you. All right. Any other questions from anyone? Any doubts? I want to. I'm going to sending you the code that we have discussed today. Just give me a moment. I forget to share the code. Just give me a moment. Link list class. Okay. Now let me send you the set. Yes, I have shared all the codes that we have discussed today. That's all for today's session. Anything else, or else we'll bind up here and have a good weekend. See you on Monday. Bye.
We can say bye.